Hey there, I'm Shri and welcome to the Educator resource series for Piper Make. Today I'll be guiding you through this tutorial. Let's get started.
All right, so to start, let's grab your starter kit. Inside there, you should see a little card, a bag of LEDs, a bag of buttons, some jumper wires, resistors, a sticker, some rubber feet for your wooden base, and your Raspberry Pi Pico mounted on a breadboard. You should also see a USB-A to micro USB connector. Let's go ahead and plug one end into your computer and the other end into your Raspberry Pi Pico. No worries if you have some trouble getting it in. All right, after you've done this, let's head over to Piper Make, make.playpiper.com. Now, on Piper Make, we're going to be doing the Blink tutorial. So let's go ahead and hit that icon. So you'll see on the right side, there are tutorials that will guide you through all of the steps you need to do. Let's take a look at our Pico. And then our first task is actually going to be to blink the onboard LED light on the Raspberry Pi Pico. To do the code for this, let's go ahead and drag out some blocks from our menus on the left. Drag out that start block, drag out a turn on pin block, drag out a wait block, and go ahead and drag out another turn on pin block. You'll see why in just a bit. Now, we're going to go ahead and change the pin numbers to the onboard LED. That's pin 23. And we want it to turn on and then off. After that, we want to make it blink, so let's loop the whole thing. Go down to loops, grab that loop block, and put the rest of your code in there. Now, once you're ready to go, you have to connect your Raspberry Pi Pico. Go ahead and hit start and see what happens. Pretty cool, right? All right, so now hit stop to make your code stop running. And then we're going to move on to the second part of this tutorial, namely making an LED that's not on the Raspberry Pi Pico blink. So to start, let's go ahead and open up our digital view. This shows us where all of the pins are on our Raspberry Pi Pico. Next, we know we're going to need a wire, an LED, and a resistor. So let's go ahead and grab all of those items before we start. You'll have to peel off your wires from the bunch. And grab your LED. Now, be careful at this step to make sure the long end of the LED is in the right place. Check out the tutorial for more details. Grab a resistor and plug it in to pin 15 on the Raspberry Pi Pico. Now, to complete the circuit, you're going to have to make the current flow from pin 15 all the way to ground. To do that, plug in your jumper wire on the other end of the LED to the ground pin of the Raspberry Pi Pico. Then, change your code to refer to pin 15 and go ahead and hit start. Let's see what happens. Awesome. Yay! You've now made your first blinking light. Congratulations! From here, ask your students to figure out how to change wait times to change how long the light is blinking, and to reflect on how the circuit completion allows the light to light up. Thanks so much for joining us.